Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on...
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And now the Lakers starting group, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in a shooting guard. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long... rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
2018, the first name called in the draft was one DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona. This guy is going to be around for a long time. Didn't get a ton of touches last year, which was interesting for a #1 pick, but Ayton, as a rookie, had a very, very underrated first season in Phoenix.
Now here's James. Passes it to Harrell. Lakers passing it around. Horton Tucker's shot is off. And even 3-on-3 break. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Here's Booker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I think Booker's motivated tonight here. He's starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
And with Ayton last season, he just stuck to what he does best. Also, that helped him keep his turnovers down.
Yeah, going to work on the block and having isolations like that, Kevin, will help a big player not have a lot of turnovers. I don't think he saw a lot of double teams last year, and that helped with his efficiency.
Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
The shot's good from Paul.
Well, second nature for Chris Paul to get shots up off the bounce. Love the form there.
Paul against Schroeder from deep. LeBron. Rebound by the Suns. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
Schroeder against Paul. James outside. Here's Davis. Good on the 13-footer.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now here's Crowder. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
a great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
Somebody didn't get the memo. You left a clear lane for LeBron James.
Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Crowder goes in. Here's Ayton. Good. Nice job down low.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's James. He had 19 points in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Now here's James. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. And it's Schroeder missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Well, Booker being assertive on offense when the defense isn't playing him tight enough. He's taking full advantage.
LeBron James on the wing. Shoots over Bridges. And again, the Lakers no good.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one.
Oh!
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. And the Lakers with another miss.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now Schroeder, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Loads it up there for Harrell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
Suns leading by 8. Here's Booker. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Booker's got 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
With a burst of speed, LeBron turning on the Jets, getting past the D, and the big hammer.
And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Now James, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. It's LeBron with the drive. Clock at 6. Here's Horton Tucker. Off the left rim and out. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Ayton. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Saric is checked in for the Suns. Shooter passes to Kuzma. Fade away. And that one goes long.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
No good from Booker. Lakers trail by 8. The drive by James. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it, and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And
Tough
all of
to
those
defend,
guys,
right? I mean,
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
There's Galloway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left side wing. Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Morris checked in for Crowder. The Lakers also with a sub, Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Harold.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Galloway taking his time here. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Ayton. Props in the layup for 2. Ayton's got 8 points.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Schroeder outside. Shoots from the elbow. Booker pulls it in. Suns leading by 6. There's Galloway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Moore. Suns moving the ball around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Brent, for all the success Booker has had as an individual, he's ready to focus on winning.
Well, focus on winning is one thing, but first focus on leadership, as this team has a new coaching staff, an opportunity with a lot of young talent. Devin Booker is the guy a lot of people are looking towards to make sure that Phoenix rises and finds a way into the playoffs.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line. A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. He's coming off an excellent season. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Caruso kicks to Kuzma, and again, no good by the Lakers. And stolen by Kuzma. They get it back. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. That shot missing. Now the Suns take it the other way. That's good from Booker on the assist from Moore. That's 10 points for Devin Booker.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
The Suns making a change here. Diallo's checked in.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Outside, Jones. The pass to Diallo. Here's Saric. That one doesn't go. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Morris finds Kuzma. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Caldwell Pope outside. Let's go. And the Lakers with another miss.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now Schroeder, after the missed three from Dario Saric. Schroeder dishes to Morris. Over Diallo. Morris passes to Kuzma. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And here's the fast break. Out to Saric. Back to Galloway. The three. Caruso grabs the miss. It's stolen by Jones. That one goes in. And the Suns lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg. A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Here's Galloway. There's the three. The shot missing. And so it's Phoenix with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the
steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
They've got Saric. Diallo is out there with Jones. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Galloway in at the one spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Moore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside. Pulls up. High post. A rebound by the Lakers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Jones in the post, covered by Morris. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Davis. That shot off. The Suns go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. Here's Moore. Here's Diallo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Suns have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Phoenix making some changes. Mikal Bridges checked in for Saric, and it's Paul in for Langston Galloway. Here's LeBron, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees it's enough contact.
Free throw good, LeBron. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. It feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. You know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And the first one drops.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
Even with all of the impressive number of seasons under his belt, LeBron James retains this kind of remarkable drive and competitive spirit.
Moore outside to the inside. And there's Bridges on the assist from Moore. Moore's got 3 assists tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
LeBron outside. Pass to Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Paul's got 5.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Lakers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And he makes the first.
Monty Williams, in his first stint with the Phoenix Suns, was a sought-after hire as a front office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New Orleans with the Pelicans and a young Anthony Davis. So Monty experienced and is going to bring that to the desert.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Got a piece of it. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Here's Bridges and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's LeBron with the drive.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
His offensive approach tonight has been aggressive, and it's paid off with a lot of trips to the line.
And he's good on the second. Suns leading by 7. Now Paul. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
No good from Booker. And that experience you're talking about with Monty Williams, it's why the Suns wanted him.
Well, Monty's experience in a lot of levels in this league, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, being in the front office, part of player development. That's an amazing calming influence for this young Phoenix Suns team to grow with.
Outside Crowder. Bridges for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Bridges has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for James. Here's Paul. He has 7. Outside Crowder. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Against Harrell. For three, Bridges. The Lakers with the rebound. Down low. And Davis throws it down.
We tend to forget that AD started out as a point guard when he was in high school, showing off his speed and ability in the open court on that break.
Ball outside. Passes it to Ayton. Paul kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 5. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. If there is any concern for Anthony Davis, it's that early in his career, he has dealt with a lot of injuries. But, Brent, he does play a high-impact style.
You think so, Kevin? He's one of the top 5 players in the league, and at his position is absolutely exemplary. Think about it. 7 seasons in New Orleans with the Pelicans and 13 playoff games to show for it. A change of scenery, an opportunity in Los Angeles to play with LeBron James. It's going to be interesting to see where it is his career goes from with this move.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And Davis throws it down.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Suns have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Paul's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
James. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
This looks so easy for LeBron James, a powerhouse who can score from anywhere.
And here is Paul. 11 points in the game. Here's Crowder. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 6 rebounds in the game. And finished off by LeBron.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Booker finds Paul. Back to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 12 points for Devin Booker.
Got to respect the level of concentration from Devin Booker on that shot. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
That one drops for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Crowder with it, picked up by Davis. Pass to Ayton. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to get open is Crowder. Paul's shot is off.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but it's still very much a high percentage look.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And the Suns call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Crowder against Kuzma. There's the pass to Davis. Got a hand on it.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Booker with no one around. Good on the three-point shot. Booker's got 15.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same. Oh!
What a throw down by AD. He really rocks the rim with that one.
Here's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Saric outside. Pass to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Kicks it out to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Over Davis. No good from Booker. The Lakers in the lead. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Galloway. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Galloway has got his first points of the game.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
Passes it to Morris. Over Ayton. Clock at 4, and the Lakers turn it over again. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Damian Jones is checked in for the Suns. Etuan Moore comes in for Jay Crowder. That bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
Looking a little bit like Rip Hamilton as Booker's able to knock down the in-between shot.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. Caldwell Pope pushes to Schroeder. They get it again. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 12 now in this quarter.
You think you have AD rooted out, but he can use his length and use his size and get another rebound.
Galloway, no good.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
This is why Davis is considered one of the best defenders in the league. His mere presence is good enough to alter those shots.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Sports halftime show, some big time action already, and LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I like their effort on the boards because the game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
Wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
James in the post. Defended by Bridges.
Oh, terrific finish to get this game all knotted up there. He is a force to be reckoned with.
The Suns shooting about 42% so far. Outside Crowder. Pass to Bridges. Shoots the 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And they double up Davis. Takes a 3. But they recover it. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. Harrell. Here's LeBron. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. A lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Shoots over Bridges. And again, the Lakers no good.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
To the paint, trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And James throws it down.
You got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And here are the Suns now, trailing by 5. Paul passes to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul kicks to Booker. Lets it go from the wing, and there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his second foul of the game. Check Diallo, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Los Angeles leading by 5. The pass to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by 8. Horton Tucker's shot is off. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And for that game against the Hawks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Schroeder. Now here's LeBron, and they double up James. Here's Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. Suns trail by 3. Now here's Paul. 11 points in the game. Ayton finds Booker. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Just awesome aggressiveness by Davis there to force the issue on that shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Anthony Davis is going to spend a lot of time at the free throw line most nights throughout the course of the season, and he's going to be pretty solid when he gets there.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Booker. Here's Diallo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First one falls for him. Good on both. The Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on 8. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. Pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. Knocks it loose and stolen by Harrell. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Suns trail by 4. Booker in the post. Harrell on him. Inside, up again.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
LeBron James on the wing. Defended by Bridges. And it's Davis missing. For Phoenix, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Booker. And they're unable to get the time basket there.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling him.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Damian Jones is checked in for 8. Sharch comes in for Bridges. Ejuan Moore is checked in for Booker. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Paul. Both shots good from the stripe. So it's Phoenix now. 4-point game. Galloway the pass to Moore. Here's the teardrop. And Davis sends it back. Tipped away. And stolen by Diallo. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball.
Nothing discourages Schroeder when he's driving towards the rim. Does not see things in his way, and he has no problem taking hits on the way.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
No good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 5. Moore inside. Guarded by Kuzma. Here's Galloway. Sinks the three-pointer. Galloway's got 5.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
The high post shot, and Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And the Suns call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Caldwell Pope brings the double team. Pass to Jones. Sharch looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Jones dishes to Sharch. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 4. Caldwell Pope. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. On defense, the Suns. Here's Davis. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, just looking at this box score and wondering what Anthony Davis hasn't done. This guy's been on a roll since the tip.
And the pass to Diallo. Sharch outside. Moore in the corner. Lets a floater go, and they pick up 2.
Tough floater there. You don't see that much out of Ejuan Moore. He made that one look easy.
Here's Schroeder. Misses off the left iron.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Here's Moore. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Jones. He kicks it to Moore. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lakers leading by 6. And Davis throws it down.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Well, Phoenix shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Here's Moore. A rebound by the Lakers. Morris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Davis throws it down.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
So for the Suns, Crowder comes in for Diallo, and it's Booker in for Ejuan Moore. And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
And they double up Davis, banked in off the glass. Davis has got the lead back up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Passes to Galloway. Ball's knocked loose.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The line for your Suns, Langston Galloway.
That one is off.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Lakers leading by 11. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Misses from short range. Davis against Crowder. Galloway finds Booker. 5 on the clock. No good with the triple. The wide open look here. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
The defense has to be besides themselves there. Terrific shot to close out the quarter by him.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Devin Booker, Jay Crowder out there with Sharge. Then it's Jones, and it's Galloway in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Here's Galloway. Sharge outside. The shot from the low post is good. Sharge has got his first basket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma outside. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
So you're going to give AD that kind of room? Well, here's the payoff for that.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. Outside, Jones. It's tipped and stolen by Harrell. Fast break, here we go.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Suns trail by 18. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Horton Tucker. Good D by Booker.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Horton Tucker. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Jones. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Sharge. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 4 on the clock. Here's Booker. Great D that time from Harrell.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Ball passes to Crowder. And here is Bridges. Booker outside. They need this one. Suns keep it alive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does, and the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, should I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's James. Buries it from about 10 feet away. LeBron's got 32 points in the game.
This has been proven. It's a scientific fact, Kevin. It's hard to stop LeBron James from scoring.
And Phoenix has possession. Ball finds Crowder. And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Here's Paul. Outside Crowder. Now the pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lakers passing it around. And the Lakers with another miss.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. His tonight has been high.
Paul's shot is off. Lakers leading by 20. LeBron James on the wing. And they double up James. To Schroeder, kicks it to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Over Bridges. Phoenix grabs the miss. Harrell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
First one falls. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
LeBron against Crowder. Harrell kicks to Kuzma. Shoots over Bridges. That one off the back iron and out. Schroeder against Paul. Passes it to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Back to Booker. Plays it up off the glass. Booker's got 21 in the game.
With more experience, Booker not letting the shot clock winding down affect any of his play.
Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by Crowder. They get the rebound. Harrell. A second chance effort. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. They double him with Ayton. Here's Schroeder. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Ayton. And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. From the inbound, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
So he gets them both. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. Crowder goes in, and the rejection by Harrell. Phoenix calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And Phoenix has possession. Bridges with it. Pass to Crowder. 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. And it's denied. Here's Horton Tucker. Now Schroeder feeds it to Davis. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Phoenix gets called for the foul. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college league. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. LeBron dishes to Schroeder over Paul. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by James. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Booker outside. Crowder kicks to Bridges. .130 left in the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Paul. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Davis.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Bridges, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Bridges with the steal. Fires the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. And here's Schroeder. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, coming out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.